Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 554 based on novel. So let's start. After crossing the Dragon Mountain and the countless complicated dragon paths, the void where the total number of people are in is filled with a faint golden luster, and there seems to be a wider world at the end of the passage. The Dragon Clan really deserves to be the overlord of heaven and earth. In such a complex and obscure space, I am afraid that the ordinary ninefold reincarnation cannot easily step into it. But with such a terrifying method, I am afraid that the civil strife of the dragon race is also very complicated. The moment the golden dragon shadow moved, Xiao Yan also clicked his tongue secretly, surprised by the mysteriousness of this world and the current form of the Dragon Clan. Lord Xiao Yan, there seem to be traces of a fight in front of the dragons, so hurry up. As soon as the ***** dragon's voice fell, it turned into the body of a giant dragon again, and the three of them jumped into the end of the passage and entered the dragon station. Such a big dragon, the stability of space is even more powerful than anywhere in the world. The Dragon Clan has many palaces and buildings, but there are only three core ones: the Dragon Palace where the Dragon King lives, the resting place for the powerhouses of the Dragon Clan, the Dragon Tomb, and the Dragon Palace that controls absolute combat power. Since the return of the Golden Dragon King, the Silver Dragon King, who originally occupied the three core positions, was forcibly squeezed out by the latter. Now, the Dragon Palace and the Dragon Tomb are all under the rule of the Golden Dragon King. Only the Dragon Palace and other regions of the Dragon Clan belongs to the Silver Dragon King. After the fall of the Dragon God of the Dragon Clan, in countless reincarnations, a new patriarch of the Dragon Clan has not been elected, and the Golden Dragon King has always ruled. However, after the First World War, the Golden Dragon King was the last passage to protect the Do-Chi continent and Do-Di continent. Guarding it with a seriously injured body, which also caused the existence of countless rumors among the dragons, and its reputation declined little by little. During the period when the Golden Dragon King disappeared, the core combat power of the entire Dragon Clan slowly surrendered to the rule of the Silver Dragon King. Even if the latter returned, the form of the huge Dragon Clan was still not optimistic. Dragon Clan, Wanlong Ridge. This is the closest place to the Dragon Clan space and the outside world. Countless Dragon Clan powerhouses want to go out or enter the Dragon Clan through the passage. This is the only way to go. Wanlongling is a place with many trees and steep terrain, which is easy to defend and difficult to attack. My lord, there are still less than 5 people on our side, and their strength is around the half-step 7th level reincarnation rank, and they can't deal with the Wooden Dragon King who is at the peak of the 7th level reincarnation. From a very hidden reef in the mountains, a very serious voice sounded. With the appearance of this voice, this team of about a dozen people gathered their eyes on the leader, even though they were scarred, and even the sparkling dragon scales were already filled with countless rotten smells, but did not move at all. It will take 10 minutes from here to Longshan. Can you persist? The leader squinted his eyes, looked at the bright green aura in Wanlongling, and immediately spoke in a low voice. No, the wood attribute here is too strong, causing the Wood Dragon King's combat power to skyrocket a lot. Once we leave your side, I'm afraid. You were personally explained by the Golden Dragon King, and you must not be sloppy. In the Dragon Clan team, a middle-aged man with high strength and prestige stood up and refused the words that the leader had just said. Hey! I originally wanted to leave the Dragon Clan this time and go to the Endless Flame Alliance to move rescue troops to resolve the civil strife in the Dragon Clan. Unexpectedly, the Silver Dragon King found out and sent the Wood Dragon King, one of the 5 Dragon Kings, to chase him. The leader shook his head helplessly, but the voice was filled with an extremely cold killing intent. This person is Xiao Xian, who followed the Golden Dragon King to the Dragon Clan. Today's Xiao Xian's appearance has not changed much, even because of the latter's amazing talent. After following the Golden Dragon King into the Dragon Clan, in just a very short time, he got the Golden Dragon King and others. Acknowledgement, although the strength is only at the 4th level of reincarnation, but such a wise mind is highly valued by the Dragon family. Humph. Xiao Xian, come out, why hide? My main idea is that you are very witty. As long as you are willing to obey me, you will surely survive. For a time, the entire mountain range was gusty, and wood-type hurricanes roared out one after another. One of the 9 Dragon Kings, the Wooden Dragon King. This person looks like a middle-aged human. He has long green hair that is quite distinctive, and he is wearing wooden decorations all over his body. The whole person's expression is even more proud. The 9 Dragon Kings, now only the Baxia Dragon King and the Fire Dragon King have surrendered to the Golden Dragon King. The Silver Dragon King leads the 5 Dragon Kings and many powerful dragons. This battle. Hearing such a voice, Xiao Xian's eyes kept turning, still thinking about how to solve the endgame. Judging from some of the news revealed by the Golden Dragon King, Xiao Yang, who was a fledgling, has now become a Zeon. Unfortunately, the Golden Dragon King did not want Xiao Yang to be involved in this dragon dispute, so he did not send anyone for help. A few days ago, the sudden disappearance of the Golden Dragon King and the sudden attack of the Silver Dragon King faction forced Xiao Xian to do this. There is a way. After thinking for a moment, Xiao Xian suddenly had an idea after seeing some strange terrain in this mountain. Figured out. The Wood Dragon King walked leisurely in the mountains, and when he saw Xiao Xian's figure suddenly appear in front of him, a contemptuous smile cracked at the corner of his mouth. The team that sheltered Xiao Xian was too weak to fight. If the Silver Dragon King hadn't had his life and wanted to capture Xiao Xian alive, it would have already been razed to the ground by him. Infinite shield, go! Taking advantage of the contemptuous thought in the Wood Dragon King's heart, a huge light shield flickered in front of Xiao Xian out of thin air, and Xiao Xian shouted, and a sticky samsara aura fell from the light shield, temporarily limiting it. With the latter's movement, the group hurriedly flew towards the exit. Damn! Since that's the case, don't blame this king for being cruel. Destroy the dragon palm. Looking at the infinite shield and some powerful reincarnation forces, he instantly formed a defense to restrict his actions. A regretful smile appeared in the corner of the Wood Dragon King's eyes. Immediately, the palm of his hand was filled with a strong and dazzling wood attribute aura, facing Xiao Xian and the others. Press away from the place of escape. He was ordered to arrest Xiao Xian, and even more so to protect the exit of the Dragon Clan, so that no one could escape from the civil strife of the Dragon Clan. How could Xiao Xian and others escape easily? The void around Xiao Xian and the others slowly collapsed. The absolute gap in strength. At this time, they were like ants, and the vitality in their bodies was annihilated by the Wood Dragon King. The sound of the bones humming, the skin tightening, and the blood twisting, there is a faint explosion of power emerging from the body. Countless vines, branches, and other wood attribute powers completely blocked their escape route. The Wooden Dragon King's body was like a ghost. He walked gently in front of everyone, and immediately stretched out his slender fingers and fingertips. There was a chilling wave of death lingering. Xiao Xian, you are so smart, why are you confused for a while? Dragon Clan, there can only be one dragon god. In the years since Lord Golden Dragon King left, the entire Dragon Clan has already been ruled by our lord. Now everything is ready, and we only owe Dongfeng. In the next life, remember to learn to be smart. The corner of the Wooden Dragon King's mouth smiled contemptuously, and then the power of death flickering on his fingertips lightly glanced at Xiao Xian's Qianling cover. It's over. After today, the civil strife will end completely, and a new dragon will appear again in their Dragon Clan to lead them to glory. And the so-called dragon god can only be the Silver Dragon King. When the Wooden Dragon King's fingers gently slid over the throats of Xiao Xian and others, an unusually hot breath suddenly emerged from the void around the mountain, causing its extremely powerful destructive power to evaporate in an instant. Any harm done by the people? In this regard, all the dragon powerhouses who sheltered Xiao Xian also looked at each other in dismay, puzzled. This volatility. At this moment, Xiao Xuanwan seemed to have aged for countless years in an instant, and his eyes were filled with sour tears, ignoring the vines and other things that bound him around him, and looked up at the exit of the Dragon Clan, in the direction of Longshan. At this moment, a few light clusters, chasing the stars and chasing the moon, came towards one Longerling as fast as possible, and the aura that filled them even shocked the expression of the Wood Dragon King. The breath of the Fire Dragon King? Isn't the Fire Dragon King in a fierce battle with my lord? Why did he appear here? The Wooden Dragon King's eyes gradually became deeper, and he was always watching the several groups of breaths whistling from afar. Among the 9 Dragon Kings, apart from the Gold and Silver Dragon Kings, they are the Fire Dragon Kings. Baxia Longwang and others are the most powerful. If the Fire Dragon King really broke free from the Silver Dragon King and came to the rescue, he would not be able to rely on him alone. Confront it head-on. The strength of their several Dragon Kings is mostly in the 6th or 7th level of reincarnation, and Baxia and the Fire Dragon King have vaguely touched the 8th level. The gap between them is naturally an insurmountable gap. When several groups of rays of light landed, they gradually revealed human figures, but the man in the black shirt at the head, his silent eyes glanced slightly, and a murderous intent that was countless times more terrifying than the violent beasts filled the air. The breath of all of you is not like our Dragon Clan people. This king hereby advises you to not meddle in matters of the Dragon Clan, and be careful to set fire to yourself, burn. Seeing the 4 figures in front of him quietly staying in front of Xiao Yan, the Wood Dragon King could not help but relieved, but fortunately the person who came was not the Fire Dragon King. If it's not the Dragon King, it's just a bunch of clowns jumping on the beam. Tiny old guy. In an instant, he seemed to be aware of Xiao Yang's fierce murderous aura. The Hell Demon Dragon grinned and sneered, waving his hands and fighting with the Wood Dragon King. Although the latter has only the strength of the 7th reincarnation rank, it is not a problem if he wants to tie with the Wood Dragon King. I have seen the ancestor of Xiao Yan. At this moment, Kaylin and Yunyun were also the first to speak, bowed slightly, and then looked at the middle-aged man in front of them and said respectfully, Xiao Yan was once the leader of the Xiao clan on Dodi continent. With such talent and strength, he even had a great gift for Xiao Yang. Now that he met again, he naturally respected him so much. Hehe, the 2 mistresses don't want to break the old man. In the face of the 2 women's gestures, Xiao Yan felt relieved for a while, but he said quickly, the 4 mistresses of the Endless Fire territory are not some vase-like characters, all of which are terrifying in the world. Hey, bear it. Ancestor Xiao Yan, the younger generation is late. A moment later, Xiao Yang clasped his fists and saluted. For these strong men who have made great contributions to the Xiao family, no matter how many years passed, Xiao Yang still has the most devout respect for them in his heart. If it wasn't for them to come forward, how could the Xiao clan have their once glorious moment? Okay, as expected of my Xiao clan boy. But, little guy, this is one of the 9 dragon kings of the dragon family, the Wooden Dragon King. His strength has already reached the peak of the 7th reincarnation level, so he needs to be more careful. There is some vigilance in Xiao Yan's words. After all, the latter's understanding of the forces of the Endless Flame Alliance is not thorough enough, so he does not know the exact strength of several people, and now he can only remind them out loud. However, judging from Xiao Yan's perception, the strength of the few people in front of him was quite vague and unpredictable. Clap. Listening to Xiao Yan's opening, Xiao Yang suddenly waved his palm towards the back, and a splendid flame rose from his body, and a scream suddenly sounded from the back. My trip is specifically for the Dragon Clan. After doing all this, Xiao Yang released the restraints on everyone, and immediately looked at the latter with a silly smile. At this moment, Xiao Yan's original worries were completely shaken by Xiao Yang's easy action. Defeat the Wood Dragon King so easily? This Xiao Yang's strength, I am afraid, has reached a terrifying level. Lord Xiao Yang. At this moment, the dragon powerhouses in this team couldn't help roaring, and there was a feeling of blood boiling in their bodies. Since the Dragon Clan civil war, the Dragon Clan has been filled with war all day long, and they have not been so forthright. They have been suppressed by the Silver Dragon King faction all day. Tell me, where are the Silver Dragon King and other powerhouses now? The next moment, the void in front of Xiao Yang collapsed slightly, and Xiao Yang stepped into it by himself. When he reappeared, he appeared in front of the Wooden Dragon King. At this time, the Wood Dragon King, the wood attribute power of the whole body, has been imprisoned by the gorgeous 9-color holy flame, and the whole person is no different from a prisoner. A stinky brat who wants to interfere with the civil unrest in our dragon race? Although the Wooden Dragon King was arrested, his usual pride as a dragon king still made him extremely dissatisfied. His whole body trembled and his face was hideous, and he roared at Xiao Yang with bared teeth. I don't have time to talk nonsense with you here. I'll give you 3 breaths, if you don't say, you'll die. In the face of the Wooden Dragon King's posture, Xiao Yang didn't say much, and Sen Lung's voice directly filled the world. Then he slowly stretched out his palm, and there was a group of extremely gorgeous flame beating in it. Between the beating of the flames, the expressions of the surrounding powerhouses became solemn, and their breathing became much slower. It seemed that the destructive power that filled them was not something that ordinary 7th layer reincarnation rank could resist. You dare to kill me? Do you know who I am? At this moment, feeling the substantive killing intent on Xiao Yang's body, the pride on the Wood Dragon King's face disappeared, replaced by a look of consternation and fear. It's not my race, its heart will be different. The Golden Dragon King is my uncle. Do you think I dare? It's just the Wood Dragon King, one of the 9 great dragon kings. Killing you will just take away the source of the dragon god in your body. I can't say that I have a slim chance to touch the power of the dragon god. Faced with the rebuttal from the Wood Dragon King, Xiao Yang smiled as if nothing was wrong. Not to mention that he is the Wood Dragon King, even if it is the Silver Dragon King, as long as he goes against his uncle, the Golden Dragon King, his current fate will not be much better. 3. The countdown sound began, and the holy flame above the palm also began to beat violently. "You lunatic." At this moment, the wooden Dragon King's face did not show any calm, but a deep fear. 2. I say. Gritting his teeth, the Wood Dragon King still had to compromise. The Dragon Clan has always been headed by the Golden Dragon King, but after the First World War, the Golden Dragon King disappeared for several years, so the Dragon Clan fell into the hands of the Silver Dragon King. The Silver Dragon King has always been dissatisfied with the Golden Dragon King. In the control of the Dragon Clan, he secretly eradicated heretics and gradually controlled the entire Dragon Clan in his own hands. Unfortunately, the Golden Dragon King came back one day, and he wanted to get everything back. In an instant, those staunch factions hidden in the Dragon Clan defied all opinions and supported the Golden Dragon King, but the Silver Dragon King refused to accept it. So far, the Dragon Clan civil strife has begun. The Golden Dragon King faction and the Silver Dragon King faction broke out countless fights during the civil strife, and the strong on both sides were injured, but no matter how fierce the battle was, or even the crisis, in the end, the Golden Dragon King was forced to rely on one's strength. Mix the battle to a tie. Although the Silver Dragon King faction has the support of the 5 Dragon Kings, the Fire Dragon King and the Barsha Dragon King under the Golden Dragon King are the best among the 7 Dragon Kings, so the battle situation has been anxious. The Wooden Dragon King's expression was full of resentment, and he said word by word, "Silver Dragon King, have foreign aid been invited?" At this moment, a bad premonition suddenly appeared in Xiao Yang's heart. Could it be that the Dragon Clan of the Great Thousand World is like the Taishu ancient dragon on the Dochi continent? Not at all. The rest, it's up to me. Xiao Xian patted Xiao Yang's shoulder, then turned around and said, "We have fought many times," and the Silver Dragon King watched the Golden Dragon King's terrifying power gradually recover, and slowly became unable to sit still, because she knew that if time went on like this, she would lose power sooner or later, so she would sleep in the Dragon Clan. The elder Taishang woke up and persuaded the latter at a great price to help him unify the Dragon Clan. With the support and help of the Supreme Elder and the lineage of the 5 Dragon Kings, the power of the lineage of the Golden Dragon King gradually declined. In addition, in several battles, although the Golden Dragon King has experienced hundreds of battles, he has suffered a lot of hidden illnesses because of this, so he is ready to step into the Dragon Tomb, find the law of the Dragon God, break through the current shackles, and use the extremely strong power out, trying to end the dragon's civil unrest. As for me, I originally wanted to go out for help, but I didn't expect. Xiao Xian opened his mouth and explained what he knew. What kind of rank is that Supreme Elder? Hearing this, Xiao Yang also had a repressed emotion in his heart. The elders of the Dragon Clan, such power, may not be a simple thing. 8. The 8th level of reincarnation is the pinnacle. The Wooden Dragon King's eyes turned slightly, as if he was a thief, trembling with fear. As for Xiao Xian and the others, they didn't know much about it. The peak of the 8th level reincarnation? When Kaylin heard the words, although she didn't open her mouth, a suspicion flashed in her cold, beautiful eyes. Judging from some memories of the 10-colored sky-swallowing python, there are more than one elders of the dignified Dragon Clan, and their strength may not be a simple peak of the 8-fold reincarnation. I've said everything I know, can you let me go? Looking at the contemplative people in front of him, the Wood Dragon King also hurriedly spoke. No. Just when Xiao Yang was about to get rid of him, Xiao Xian waved his hand slowly. The 9 Dragon Kings are said to be transformed by the power of the Dragon Gods. If any of them are lost, it is not a good thing for the Dragon Clan. Moreover, with your current strength, it is absolutely impossible to completely obliterate a Dragon King. Easy thing. Xiao Xian softly echoed in Xiao Yang's ear and said that killing a Dragon King is truly terrifying. The death penalty can be avoided, but the living crime can't be escape. Forbidden Temple, seal it for me. After hesitating for a while, Xiao Yang used the power of reincarnation domain and holy flame in his body to form a grey palace with a size of dozens of meters, and instantly suppressed the Wooden Dragon King. This suppression, the strength is lower than the peak of the 8th layer reincarnation, it cannot be opened, and it will disintegrate on its own within a month. Elder Xiao Xian, take me to the Dragon Tomb as soon as possible. The next moment, Xiao Yang couldn't help clenching his fists, and there was an undisguised killing intent in his eyes. Sir Xiao Yang, go this way, this is the closest place to the Dragon Tomb. But along the way, you may encounter many enemies of the Silver Dragon King faction. The land of the Dragon Tomb is now heavily guarded, and we need to go to another place. Go! As soon as the words fell, the group leaped across the sky in a mighty manner and flew towards the land of the Dragon Tomb. On the other side, at the place of the Dragon Tomb, At this time, the huge dragon tomb was surrounded by countless dragon warriors and seemed to be guarding something abnormal. Excuse me. How's the situation with the Wood Dragon King? Lord Wood Dragon King has already locked the trail of Xiao Yan and others, and I'm afraid they will be arrested soon. That's good. We just need to guard here, everything is fixed. As soon as the voice fell, the Supreme Elder also slowly closed his eyes and turned into a very sparse and ordinary figure, hiding among the dragon warriors. Suddenly, a piercing sound of breaking wind resounded through the heavens and the earth, and two figures with gloomy faces arrived here one after the other. What are you doing? As soon as the two of them arrived here, they looked at the heavily guarded soldiers around the dragon tomb, and their expressions immediately froze. I'm waiting for something important, and I need to enter the ground of the dragon tomb to meet the Golden Dragon King, so why don't you retreat quickly? Looking at the group of dragon warriors surrounding the dragon tomb, the Dragon King Xia condensed and scolded directly. Dragon Tomb is a forbidden place for the dragon family, so I can't let it go. These dragon warriors were obviously well trained, and they refused directly. After delaying the important event of the dragon race, can you afford such a risk? In an instant, beside the Dragon King Xia, a man with long red hair cursed in a fiery temper. He, Fire Dragon King, Xia Dragon King, why are you so resolute? We are under the order of Lord Silver Dragon King to guard the dragon tomb day and night. Without the order of the Silver Dragon King, even the orders of the two dragon kings may not be able to pass. Suddenly, a white-haired old man slowly walked out of the crowd, looking at the two with a smile on his face. The moment it appeared, the energy of heaven and earth around the entire dragon tomb solidified invariably, and a huge uneasiness permeated the hearts of the two dragon kings. You! The flame above the red hair of the Fire Dragon King has a kind of irritable fluctuation, but just after he made a move, he was stopped by the Dragon King next to him. Let's go back first. In an instant, the Xia Dragon King and the Fire Dragon King disappeared together, but their eyes changed, obviously worrying about something. Elder Taishang, why don't you take them down? Several surrounding dragon warrior leaders leaned over and asked. In the civil strife of the Dragon Clan, many strong people have been lost. Now the Lord Silver Dragon King has gone deep into the dragon tomb. As long as the latter succeeds, they will naturally understand who is the real king among the Dragon Clan. When the voice fell, calm was restored here, but under the dead silence, there were many dangers hidden. Xia, why did you stop me? My eldest brother has quietly entered the dragon tomb for seclusion. Now the actions of the Silver Dragon King faction are clearly trying to catch turtles in the urn. Once the eldest brother is persecuted by him, our big dragon clan will probably be completely destroyed by her. How can she lead our dragon clan to glory? The Xia Dragon King and the Fire Dragon King left the dragon tomb together and headed back towards the Xia Dragon Palace. The Fire Dragon King was chattering endlessly along the way. The words were filled with dissatisfaction with the Silver Dragon King. Such resentment was like a volcano, and it would be completely at any time. Break out. At the time of the War of Heaven and Earth, under the rule of the Golden Dragon King, the Dragon Clan was exceptionally united and strong. The insidious villain actually occupies a high position, and the distribution of resources and other things is uneven, etc., which makes the voice of the dragon race stronger. The elite dragon warriors who just guarded the dragon tomb, conservatively estimated, the number should be around 100 people, plus the 5 dragon kings who may be hidden in the dark and the Supreme Elder whose combat power is unknown. Just relying on the strength of you and me, it is fundamental no way to start. Just from the Supreme Elder, there is a faint and terrifying aura that suppresses my perception. According to my guess, his strength is at least half a step and 9-fold reincarnation. This level is not you and me at all. Generally, the 8-fold and 8-fold reincarnation can resist. If we attacked rashly at that time, I am afraid it will only waste the opportunity to save the big brother. Compared with the Fire Dragon King, the Xia Dragon King has a more careful mind. After some analysis, the anger in the Fire Dragon King's heart has also been greatly reduced. Now that the Dragon Clan is in a catastrophe, and the Golden Dragon King is in retreat, the combat power of the two sides has long been disproportionate. At this time, it would undoubtedly be the most stupid decision to go to war with the Silver Dragon King faction. Only a few of us know about the news that Big Brother entered the Dragon Tomb to retreat. How did they know about it? Is it just a coincidence that guarding the Dragon Tomb? And before the eldest brother entered, the internal fighting among the entire Dragon Clan suddenly stopped, and now that Supreme Elder is leading someone to guard the Dragon Tomb, their purpose is probably very clear. The tyrant Dragon King kept muttering, his eyes slowly turning, as if trying to come up with some countermeasures. Then you say, what chance do we have now? Although the Fire Dragon King said that his identity and strength are quite powerful among the Dragon Clan, among the 9 Dragon Kings, he is notoriously simple-minded, and he can only ask with a straight face at this time. In his eyes, in addition to fighting is fighting, for these things, there is obviously no way to start. According to what the elder brother said and the records of the ancient books of the Dragon Clan, there should be more than one Supreme Elder of our Dragon Clan. If we can find the trace of another Supreme Elder, I am afraid it will be enough for us to turn the tide of the battle. After a while, King Baxia seemed to have thought of something, and his face was happy, but after a while, his brows became even tighter. The elders of the Dragon Clan, whose strength and status are even higher than those of the Dragon King, come and go without a trace, just relying on the 2 of them to find it. How difficult it is. Go to the outside of the Dragon Palace. There is a hidden secret passage there. During the previous battle, I once smelled a terrible breath from it. Find the sleeping place of the elder Taishang. While speaking, the 2 suddenly swept towards their destination. Outside the Dragon Palace, the guards at this time are also sparse and ordinary, so the 2 easily arrived at this secret passage. In the dark passage, surrounded by cliffs and cliffs, it is obviously a dangerous area, but at this time, there are many faint traces of dragon breath burning. Such traces are a bit like the retreat of the elders. Go to the depths to see, Dragon God transformation. How? Could it be that this Supreme Elder has been brutally murdered? When the 2 of them hurriedly used the secret technique to penetrate deep into the hinterland, after exploring, there was nothing in them, as if they had not been alive for a long time. Or, he has already left. In this regard, the Dragon King also shook his head helplessly. Bang bang bang. Sir, Lord Xiao Yan is back, and there are a few strange figures in the company. It is said that there is something important to ask for the 2 Lord Dragon Kings. Please 2 adults hurry back to the Dragon Palace. While the 2 were hesitating, the sound transmission unique to the Dragon Clan also sounded from the Baxia body carried behind the Baxia Dragon King, and easily poured into the ears of the 2 of them. Xiao Yan actually came back safely? Has he already found a rescuer? Let's go. The matter of Dragon Tomb and Big Brother must be discussed in the long run. As soon as the voice fell, the 2 of them quickly left here. Ha. It seems that this old immortal hidden in the Shenlong cave has successfully exited the customs now. But with his stubborn temperament, it's not like he will interfere in the civil strife of the Dragon Clan. The voice fell, and the Taishang elder who guarded the Dragon Tomb also disappeared quietly and returned to the majority. The 9 Dragon Kings all have their own Dragon Palace mansions, and even their own lands. Although these things are too small compared to what the Gold and Silver Dragon Kings possess, they are also a symbol of their status in the dragon race. The Baxia Dragon Palace ranks 3rd among the 9 Dragon Palaces. Apart from the splendid Dragon Palace of the Gold and Silver Dragon King, the Crystal Dragon Palace here is shaped like a turtle, and its defensiveness is amazing. It is enough to defend against the combined attack of the powerhouses below the 8-fold reincarnation level for 1 stick of incense time. In the Baxia Dragon Palace at this time, Xiao Yang and others have been waiting here quietly for a long time, but they have not seen the figure of Baxia Dragon King and others, which makes Xiao Yang, who has always been keen, become restless for a while. It was said that the Dragon Clan had civil strife, but in the Dragon Clan territories along the way, they did not see any smoke of gunpowder. Don't worry, everyone. Recently, the dispute between the 2 factions has suddenly become a stalemate. I also took advantage of this war to subside before I ventured out. Xiao Yan kept explaining the current form of the dragon race to Xiao Yang. The war suddenly subsided. Xiao Yang heard the words, and suddenly there was a glimmer of light in his eyes, as if he had some guesses. No. According to what Senior Xiao Yan said, the power of the Silver Dragon King faction, the 5 Dragon Kings, a Supreme Elder, plus nearly 70% of the power of the Dragon Clan, logically speaking, they should be able to defeat the Golden Dragon King directly with a crushing attitude. Faction, but in this long civil strife, why do they keep fighting you so fiercely? And after the Golden Dragon King retreated but fell into a truce. This seems to be superfluous. At this moment, Yun was the first to speak, breaking the peace in the Dragon Palace. Right. And now that the Golden Dragon King is in retreat, and you wait for the faction's top combat power to disappear, they can clearly obliterate you once and for all. Why did the civil unrest suddenly stop? There are definitely a lot of tricks hidden in this. Cai Lin also stepped forward and described the key point of this matter. This Dragon Clan civil strife has become suspicious for a while, and it seems that it is no longer a simple power struggle. Wait, you mean? Perhaps the purpose of the Silver Dragon King is not to rule the dragon race. Her purpose is likely to be the Golden Dragon King alone. Listening to the two women's sharp analysis, Xiao Yan suddenly patted his head. How could he forget about this? Who is the Golden Dragon King? The peak powerhouse of the 9 reincarnation rank can even reach the level of a demigod after casting the Dragon God transformation. If it weren't for the fact that the latter's strength had not recovered to its peak when he returned to the Dragon Clan, and now during the civil strife, he has forcibly defeated the siege of the Silver Dragon King faction several times, resulting in many hidden diseases on his body, and he had to retreat as a last resort. The Silver Dragon King wants to annex the Golden Dragon King, to become a new generation of Dragon God? Suddenly, an extremely ridiculous idea poured out of Xiao Yan's mind uncontrollably. The two adults are back. Outside the Dragon Palace, the loud voices of the Dragon Warriors sounded like a bell. Xiao Yan, you. The Xia Dragon King and the Fire Dragon King stepped into the Dragon Palace one after the other, and their expressions immediately became solemn. They were just about to ask them about going out, but they saw several familiar figures in front of Xiao Yan. Xiao Yang. The moment the Dragon King Xia saw Xiao Yang, the many worries in his heart instantly dissipated, and he punched Xiao Yang's shoulder directly, and there were even traces of tears of joy. The next senior. Xiao Yang smirked at this. The huge pressure on the Dragon King's fist was acting on his shoulders, but it did not cause any disturbance. After the calamity in the Sea of Reincarnation, the patriarch of the Phoenix clan just found the way to step into the Dragon Clan. Isn't it too late? Until King Xia appeared, Xiao Yang said directly. It's not too late, but the situation in the dragon race is a bit weird now. The Dragon King Xia surrounded Xiao Yang, looking like he had seen each other late, making the eyes of the Fire Dragon King on the side even hotter. HMPH. This is what the elder brother said, the descendant of the Xiao family who has surpassed the elder brother's qualifications. In my opinion, it's just an ordinary person with a false name. However, the Fire Dragon King snorted coldly at this, obviously quite unhappy in his heart. Now that the matter of the Golden Dragon King is imminent, Xia Dragon King still has the leisure to greet an outsider. This guy's strength may be so weak that he can't even sense it. How can such ants gain the approval of the Golden Dragon King? Could it be that when Big Brother went out, his old eyes were so dim? This one should be the Fire Dragon King, one of the 9 Dragon Kings, right? I heard Uncle Shi and Senior Ba Xia mention you a long time ago. Seeing you today is really extraordinary. Xiao Yang stretched out his palm as he spoke, with a gentle smile hanging on the corner of his mouth, looking harmless to humans and animals. Humph. Now that the dragon race is imminent, I can. Hey. The Fire Dragon King looked impatient, but out of respect for the Golden Dragon King, he still reached out and shook hands with Xiao Yang. When the two just shook hands, the Golden Dragon King's complexion suddenly turned red, and the skin and meridians all over his body tightened at the same time, and even the Fire Dragon King's scales actively poured out to cover the depths, sheltering the latter's body. It seemed that he was under great threat in an instant. All right. After a while, the Dragon King Xia stretched out his hand and smiled meaningfully at the Fire Dragon King and Xiao Yang. Member Xiao, an old man in the lower districts, please bear with me if I offend you. The next moment, the Fire Dragon King was sweating profusely on his forehead. He didn't dare to hesitate, he could only clasp his fists and said to Xiao Yang, the admiration between the lines was beyond word. This guy's strength has surpassed himself by a lot, and the power of flame in his body is even countless times greater than his own, which makes the anger in the Fire Dragon King's heart dissipate instantly. Almost provoked an existence that could not be provoked. It doesn't matter, let's talk about my uncle. Our trip is specifically for the dragon family. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, he turned his attention to Xiao Xian and Xia Dragon King. According to the analysis of the two mistresses just now, the real purpose of the Silver Dragon King is probably the Golden Dragon King. Master Golden Dragon King's strength has not recovered to the peak, and he has made many shots during the civil strife, which has led to dark illnesses and stepping into the dragon tomb to retreat. This is the weakest time. Xiao Xian spoke out the disturbing thoughts in his heart. The surrounding area of the dragon tomb has been completely surrounded by people from the Silver Dragon King faction. Among them, there are many of the 5 Dragon Kings and a supreme elder from the Dragon Clan. With the strength of just a few of us, we cannot break through the siege. Xia Dragon King glanced at Kaylin and Yunyun in surprise, and then shook his head. Obviously, the latter also acquiesced to Xiao Xian's statement. As for the **** dragon, its appearance has changed drastically from its original appearance. It ignores it. Compared with the Golden Dragon King, the matter of the Hell Demon Dragon and the Fire Dragon King is much smaller. That stinky woman, the target is really Big Brother. I'm going with them desperately. Stop. For a time, Xiao Yan and others also witnessed the violent temper of this Fire Dragon King, and they couldn't help but have black lines all over their heads. Uncle Shi, did you really enter the dragon tomb to retreat? After a while, Xiao Yang said in a deep voice. Ba Xiaolong Wang and others did not hide it, nodding. If you are allowed to enter the dragon tomb, how confident are you? The next moment, Cai Lin and Yun Yun seemed to have a good heart. They walked to Xiao Yang's side at the same time and looked at Xiao Yang. 10 layers of grasp. Seeing the gestures of the two women beside him, Xiao Yang also nodded solemnly. Now that I am going to the Endless Flame Alliance to ask for help, I am afraid it is too late, and Xiao Yang is the most powerful person in the crowd. Gather me and everyone else, break through the dragon tomb, and Xiao Yang into it. I wonder what the two Dragon King seniors think. After hearing Xiao Yang's voice, Yun Yun spoke leisurely. Her whole body was always filled with a light aura. When she said such words, the eyes in the Dragon Palace focused on this at the same time. These two mistresses are obviously not ordinary people. Okay. The two mistresses in the Endless Flame Alliance are really shameless. You kid, you are a lucky person. For a time, the two Dragon Kings, Xiao Xian and others also applauded, and now there is only this desperate way. In this case, I need to know some relevant things in the Dragon Tomb. Xiao Yang nodded. In the Dragon Tomb, it is said that there is the existence of the corpse of the dragon ***** and the will of the dragon god. I am afraid that the purpose of the Big Brother is one of them. After all, the strength of the Big Brother has been stagnant at the peak of the ninefold reincarnation for too long. If you can get any of them, he will be able to break through the shackles of today. At that time, the Dragon Clan civil strife will naturally be self-defeating, the Dragon King said solemnly, but he also knew that the Golden Dragon King stepped into the Dragon Tomb alone. If this everything about the civil strife in the Dragon Clan is the conspiracy of the Silver Dragon King, so the trip of the Golden Dragon King may be extremely dangerous. Besides that, you also need to be careful about a young woman beside the Silver Dragon King. It is said that that woman has won the inheritance of the Silver Dragon King, and her combat power is no longer an ordinary 9th-level powerhouse. It seems to be remembering something, the Fire Dragon King said quickly. Okay, it's not too late. Please also invite the two Dragon King seniors to gather the strong Dragon Clan and join us to besiege the Dragon Tomb. Okay. For a time, the entire Dragon Palace was very busy. An elite team of nearly 1,000 people was gathering in secret in an orderly manner. I am afraid that a quarter of an hour later, the real fierce battle will break out completely. This video will end here.